we can see that signature cell healing is just a beautiful healing modality of sharing the love, sharing the breath, Alo-ha, as we've already spoken of before. And when we do the signature cell healing, the very first step, of course, is breathing and saying a prayer to center ourselves. And then in this next step, we take our right hand and take one of those beautiful deep prana breaths and send the light through our crown into the shoulder and down the arm, into our Healy's head and into the pineal gland, which accesses the signature cell, which has the blueprint of what you came here to heal and do in this lifetime. So by sharing the breath and the light, we're tapping into that cellular consciousness and the love that we all have within us. It's a beautiful connection between healer and healee. And if I may, I'd like to just share with you a short story about that love and healing. And this has to do with my mother, who was, let's say, I was maybe a signature cell healer for maybe 10 years, several years ago. And she and my father lived in a beautiful house, but suddenly with the market crash a few years ago, they had to sell everything and move into a retirement community. And that was a very big emotional change for my mother. And soon after that, she came to me one day and she said that the doctors had found that she had Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma near her pelvis and throughout her lymph nodes. And this, of course, was an incredible shock to me and to our whole family, because she rarely had been sick at all during her life. I can't remember even seeing her in bed. And suddenly she was coming to me and telling me that she had cancer. And at first, of course, I was floored. And she said to me, and she looked at me in the eyes with a clarity I had never seen before, and she said, "You know, maybe this is the end of my journey." And I said, "Mom, you know, maybe it is, but if you would like to walk, I will walk with you, and we can do signature cell healings together." And what we did was, I went with her to her doctor's appointments, which was a lot of fun because she had a very young oncologist that liked to type at his computer and not look at her, and she didn't understand why he wasn't looking at her. And in essence, the doctor told her, you might as well, you know, at age 80, you might as well just kind of wrap up your affairs and enjoy the rest of your life with your family. And of course, for my mom, that was nothing short of a rallying call. And she turned to the doctor and she said, "You know, my daughter is a signature cell healer, and we're going to be doing signature cell healings." And the doctor said, "Well, I don't know what that is, but if that makes you feel good, that's fine. You're going to do your regular Rituximab treatments because you're too old for chemotherapy, but, you know, whatever else you want to do is just fine." And so we did. We embarked on a journey of love together. She began to do meditations. She began to do automatic writing and journaling, prayer. She started speaking a little bit more about what she felt. She was accessing her emotional body more. And what it did was it opened up a journey of love for my mom and I. And that's really what the healing is about. It's the emotional journey of love. And I had the great honor of going back with my mom about 2 years later to the very same oncologist for him to show us a PET scan where there was no cancer present at all any longer in her body. And the doctor didn't know what that was all about. He just looked at us and he said, "I don't know what you've been doing, but just keep doing it because the cancer is gone." And so we both looked at each other and we just smiled. And we went out, my mom and I, and we celebrated. And we still celebrate today because she's still around getting her signature cell healings. So I'm really honored to be able to share that with you, because signature cell healing is a daily part of my life. It's a philosophy that I live, and I'm just so honored to have it in my life. Very, very grateful.